Hey guys, Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, what is a Driving for Dollars script? And I'm going to jump into that, but with this topic in Driving for Dollars, I've got to get in my car and show you what Driving for Dollars is, because most people don't understand it or know what it is. So I'm going to jump in the truck and I'm going to show you what Driving for Dollars actually is. And then we'll talk about what this script is. Now, if you've got a question you'd like to have me answer, all you've got to do is type it in the comments below. And I will put together a video just like this and post it on YouTube for the world to see about your question. And there's no questions that are stupid or too small. Ask whatever you'd like. I'd be more than happy. I want to help you in your real estate investing, your personal finance, your wholesale, your fix and flip. Whatever you're looking to do, I want to help you with that. So let's talk about Driving for Dollars for a minute. Driving for Dollars is basically getting eyes on the ground. You see, when you're driving around, you're looking for properties that are in need of something. Maybe they've got, the roof is tore up. Maybe there's moving boxes. Maybe there's a broken down car, whatever the case is. So what you're trying to do is find properties that other people aren't normally going to find unless they take the time to go drive around. And most people don't. And then what happens is you market to these people. You can either do a skip trace and get their phone number. If you have their phone number, then you can call them. You can send them a text message. You can send them an email. Or what you can do is send them a postcard. So that's the Driving for Dollars, is finding a property that's in need of repairs or has a problem. And then with that, you market to those people. So here's what happens, and here's what I say. And I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna show you some of these. So let me get my seatbelt on here. So we're gonna drive around and I'm gonna talk to you about these. But basically, I'm looking for properties in distress. I'm putting that on. Now, if you're a member of ours, our app will tell you exactly what to do. With our app, you can save properties and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna hurry and pull up my app, get logged in. And then what I'm gonna do is come to drive, and I'm gonna record my drive, and I'm gonna hit just drive, which is gonna get me going here. But while we're driving to some properties, and I'm just gonna go right around the corner from our office to show you how easy this is. But here's the script, okay? I recommend calling people. I recommend getting a dialer. You can get a dialer that'll dial 3 lines for like $150 a month, or 1 line for like $100 a month, unlimited. I recommend doing that. So what happens then is I drive, I find a property, I mark it in my app, I download those, I put them into the dialer. Typically, you're gonna get about 3 phone numbers. Sometimes you get like 10. Some of the phone numbers are gonna be old phone numbers or the wrong ones. They're just gonna get you the most recent phone numbers. And the skip trace is like less than a quarter. So, you're not always gonna get the best, you'll get the best available information, but it may not be the exact phone number. But that's okay, because I'm gonna ask the people I talk to if they have a house they're interested in selling. So this is basically how it goes, right? So I'm calling, and I'm saying, hey, I'm looking for the owner of 123 Main Street, i.e. the property address that you went to. And then they're gonna be like, no, that's not me. Or they're gonna say, oh yeah, that's me, what do you want, right? Because they're like, ooh, am I in trouble? Is there a problem? So let's talk about both of these. I'm saying, hey, I'm looking for the owner of 123 Main Street. And then the person's like, oh, that's not me. Then what I'm gonna say is, oh, no problem, I'm looking to buy a house in the area. By chance, do you have a house that you're looking to sell, or do you know anyone else that is looking to sell? Okay, that's the question, right? That's what you're gonna look for, right? So I'm just pulling into this neighborhood just right here. Okay, so this is perfect. Look at this house. The grass looks horrible. There's new windows that are coming in there. There's a dumpster, right? Like this is a house that we should be looking for. That's a perfect house, right? And so what I'm gonna do is in my app, I am going to mark down that house, and I'm gonna save it as a favorite, and I'm gonna put down some things that I actually see with the house. This is another house. You can look at this specific house, right? With this house, the grass looks horrible. It's not maintained. That's 1772. Where if I look at this house, this one looks maintained, everything is good. So here's what happens. This is all I'm doing, right? I'm just coming to my app. Okay. I just click on the property. With that property, I just put a heart button on it. Boom. that saves the property in my app so that I have it, and then later I can go market to that property. I'm going to do a skip trace. I'm going to get his phone number. I'm going to add him to my list. I can send him postcards. I like to do calls, but you can also do some postcards. If you can afford it, you do both. Postcards are about 50 cents each. I like to do both. If you can afford it. If you can't, you make phone calls. And if you can afford it, you get a dialer. So looking at these types of properties, right? These properties are in great shape. That's not a property I want to add. So I'm looking for properties like those two we just saw, and then I'm going to add them to my list. And then when I add them to my list, I'm going to call them. That's the whole idea of driving for dollars. So let's get back to the script. The first part is, hey, I'm calling about 123 Main Street or whatever that property address is. I'm looking for the owner of 123 Main Street. The guy says, no, that's not me. Say, no problem, I'm just looking to buy a property in the area. Do you by chance have a property for sale or know anyone else that's looking to sell a property? That's really big. It's a really simple question. If you ask it every time, you may end up with another deal a year. I know lots of people who have found properties because somebody's like, well, I've got a house I want to get rid of. So you want to make sure you're asking that every time. Now, let's say they say, yes, this is the owner of 123 Main Street. What they're going to be saying is, what do you want? You know, they're going to be like, is this a bill collector? Am I in trouble? I'm not really looking around for houses right now that are in bad shape. I should be, because I'm trying to give you this script. So then you're going to say, hey, no, you're not in trouble. There's no problem. My script is, hey, I'm looking for 123 Main Street. And they say, is this the owner? Yes, it is. Wonderful. I'm looking to buy a house in the area and wondering if you guys might be interested in selling. That's how easy it is. And most of the time they're going to say, no, I'm not interested. I'm never going to sell, you know, that type of stuff. But occasionally somebody's going to say, yeah. Say, well, great. Tell me about your property. Why you wanting to sell it, that type of stuff. Then the important thing that happens with all this is you want to make sure you get their motivation, because people can fix their property up, sell it on their own, sell it with an agent, and get more money than they can if they sell it to me. But I'm looking for people who would rather not deal with the hassle, not spend the money, not take on the risk, not deal with the time frame. That to them, they would rather take less money so that they can sell a property and have the whole thing over with. You know, I'll take away all the pain. I'll take away the property. I'll pay for that. I'll take care of your crappy tenant that's in there. Whatever the case is, I'll deal with that so you don't have to. That's the type of people. So when I say, hey, you know, why don't you just fix the property up yourself and spend all the money and do that rather than just sell to me, because, you know, you're going to get a little bit less if you sell to me. Why do you want to do that? And if they say, you know, I want to do that because I just don't want the hassle, boom, that's the type of person that I want to be talking to. And there are going to be some people that are saying, no, I'd rather spend the money, I'd rather fix it up, I'd rather take the time and then sell it at a higher price. And you say, great, well, if that doesn't work out or if things change, or I'll call you back in a couple weeks. And that's the cool thing about having a dialer that you can plug into, is you can put notes in there, or you can just say call back in a month or call back in a couple of weeks. That's basically what you're doing. You're driving around, you're finding a property, you're skip tracing that property, you're sending them a voice broadcast, you're calling them, and you're sending them a postcard. Now, the voice broadcast basically just leaves a message for everybody. If you don't have a lot of time, that's probably the next best thing to do. But calling on your own, calling is going to be the very, very best thing to do. Now, what about if somebody calls you? Let's say you've left a voicemail. Well, if you're doing like a voice broadcast, I recommend that you get a Google Voice number so it rings and then goes to a voicemail, because you're going to get a lot of people that are not happy that you called or left them a voicemail. So with that, I like it to go to a Google Voice number. The Google Voice number basically says, hey, my name's Ryan. I'm looking to buy some properties in the area. If you're interested, leave your name and phone number, and I'll get you a fair offer. If you're not interested in selling, no need to leave your name and phone number. If you are interested, leave your name and number after the tone. The idea is, if you're not interested in selling, don't leave me your information, because I don't want to be spending time calling back people that aren't interested. That's only on the voice broadcast. If you're doing some of the dials, I would actually have the phone number. You could sell, if you're using the three-party dialer, I would use the same voicemail, but then you want to call people right back that leave a message on that and be watching that. So I hope that's really helpful for you guys. I've got a couple of other things you're going to want to check out. I've got a video on 10 amazing strategies for finding properties. I'm going to link that in the description and put it on the screen here so you can take a look at that. I also have a blog on 5 strategies investors use to find good residential properties. So I've got a blog post on that. You're going to want to read that as well. Also, if you'd like to get a copy of the scripts that I use, we've kind of gone through them in this video, but if you want to get a copy of these scripts, all you've got to do is text your email to this address, 435-294-0433. Again, 435-294-0433. If you just text your email address, all you got to do is just text your email. I'll send you over my Driving for Dollars script absolutely for free, which goes in details with this. If you'd like some help in your real estate investing, if you'd like to get a hold of the app like I was using, if you'd like some more information on finding properties, valuing properties, project management, rehab, funding deals, hard money, driving for dollars, any of that type of stuff, check us out over at dohardmoney.com. We have tips, tricks, software, you name it, we've got it, in addition to the money to help you make your deals a reality. Otherwise, if you'd like to see some other videos like this, please subscribe to our channel. We're all about real estate, finance, personal finance, and we'd love to have you on board. It's free to do, so hit that subscribe button, and if you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.